Hey everyone, greetings. Good gosh, there's already 44 people here. How is that possible? You guys were chatting beforehand? It started at the top of the hour whether I was here or not? Is that the deal? Huh, I didn't know that. Because I see chat here. Y'all are here already. That's awesome. Johan, Leonardo, Richard from Texas. Patience from South Africa. Steve from San Francisco. All y'all are here. Ronald, hola. Alejandro's here. Patience, I said that already because I don't have patience. Petra is here. Tom, Bob, good evening. Good afternoon. Good morning. Art says, you set a time, be on time. Well, actually, thank you for that, Art. I was a little discombobulated because Mark's not here. And I had to do all the setup myself. And so I was a minute or two late. I'm sorry. It happens, right? Coventry from John. Hi, Minnesota. Ronald's here. Hendrick's here. Linda. North Yorkshire, United Kingdom. Yes, I'm doing a solo show yet again because I don't know if you heard, but Mark's on vacation this week. Let me give a little more light to my episode here. And no, Kitty, you can't come in. Sorry. For those of you who don't know, this is the Co-Pilot Show sponsored by UpViral. Blah, blah, blah. Plug. I am Planet Mitch. I go by Planet Mitch. My name is Mitch Aunger. That's spelled A-U-N-G-E-R. In case you want to look me up somewhere like Facebook or on the internet. The Planet Mitch thing started a long time ago in a land far, far away. Hi, Dan. Hi, Bob from West Palm Beach. How's the weather down in West Palm Beach? Johan's from the Netherlands. South Africa. It's great to see all you here. New Jersey. Without Mark here, the audience is dropping. No, I'm kidding. It's good to see y'all. This is a week number 16, I believe, in the list of things that we've done. And I don't know if you can hear that. My cat is scratching at the door, driving me bonkers. Because when I get on and start doing a live broadcast, she always likes to come in and say hi. But that's why I put a door on the room. Mark is enjoying a holiday this month. Yes, well, this week. Forced by his doctor, as he talked about before. So this is week 16, which means it's Q&A week. Every 4 weeks, hopefully on schedule, we do questions and answers and how to run a great contest, a great giveaway, a great rewards program, a great lead magnet giveaway. We do all kinds of stuff here. Don't forget that UpViral is for more than just contests. It's true. I know you're shocked. It is true. Question and answer week. That's what this is. Question and answer week. I have quite a list of questions that were asked not only this past 4 weeks, and this is my friend Astro, by the way. If you don't know who I am, I said my name, but I'm from giveawayrocket.com. There is a case study about me on the UpViral group. If you go into your dashboard and go into the trainings and go into the case studies, you'll find a case study on me there, which is really rather fun. I appreciate that UpViral made the time to do that. But I have questions from the last 4 weeks, plus I have questions from the previous 4 weeks, because if y'all were here 4 weeks ago, we had a special guest on, and that was Benjamin, and the Q&A became completely null and void because we ended up talking to Benjamin the whole day. So no guests today, as far as I know. Nobody's told me they're going to pop in. And look at that. Bob is popping in with a question. Does that mean Mitch is a case? I am some kind of a case. My wife and kids would tell you I'm a basket case. That's what they would tell you. Bob's question. I'm going to ask this question. So if all y'all want to pop in questions, today's the day to get them answered. Bob's question is, can I run a silent auction for a charity organization? Ronald says, take a beer. Can I run a silent auction for a charity organization? Oh, mercy sakes alive, Bob. That's a great question. There's two sides of that question. Number one is the non-legal aspects, and number two is the legal aspects. In terms of legal aspects, I don't know the answer to that question, and I don't want to get into that in any way, shape, or form because the laws are very different all around the planet. Whether or not you could use UpViral legally is a totally different question. Now, can you do a silent auction for a charity organization? It kind of depends upon how you want to do it. The joy of, so let's break it down. A charity auction tends to imply that there are bids going on, right? So if Betty wants this and Paul wants the same thing, then they're going to fight each other with bids to get to the top. So in effect, what you're doing is a leaderboard and trying to earn points. Now, auction typically means dollars, which is where the legal aspect comes in, right? We don't want it to be a lottery. We don't want people to be doing inappropriate things by making people buy to win something. But Bob says, I understand about the legal aspects, but is the capability there? I still don't know. I mean, it's rather interesting. If you go back into the UpViral group and you look at, and I wish I could remember his name, there's a guy from Germany that is running a campaign for cutting boards. I've forgotten the name. He's from Germany and it's in German. And we talked about this a couple of weeks ago in the group. And he is doing an UpViral campaign for each one of the chefs that are using these cutting boards. And there's like 24 different UpViral campaigns running simultaneously. So you could, pardon me, in my mind, I'm thinking about this on the fly, Bob. Thanks for making me think so hard for the first question. If you did separate campaigns for each product, then you could have a leaderboard. Now, the problem, again, though, is the leaderboard is not built to take people's payments. And so it's the whole payment thing that's really kind of mucking up things, is the ability to track payments. If you were doing it based on pure points and every point was $1 or something, I don't know. But my gut answer is that it would be a challenge. It would be difficult, but I suppose you could do it. I suspect that there are probably charity auction tools available on the planet that would be better suited because they already have all of that stuff planned and taken care of. Now, there's a bunch of different ways of using UpViral, and I'm continuing to learn some pretty much every day, different ways of doing it. So I'd love to know more about if you figure out a way of doing that. If you want to connect with me, I'd love to hear about that, or maybe we could brainstorm. What is the animal on the mic? Ronald wants to know. This is my pet dog, Astro. I do a lot of planet jokes, astronomy stuff. I followed astronomy and space for a long time. And I don't know where I got Astro along the lines. It was 20 or 30 years ago. I had him at my office. And he just sticks around. I don't actually have a name for that bear that's back there, but that had to do with an old girlfriend 30 years ago. So we don't want to go there either. Shh, my wife's in the other room. Kathy says, what other examples do you have that are not giveaways? If you go back, and I don't know, the problem is I don't remember what week it was. It was like week 7 or 8, and unfortunately the shows aren't numbered. So if you go back into the archives for the Copilot show, and they are all over in the Facebook group. They're also on YouTube, on the UpViral YouTube channel, and I believe they're now in your learning center inside of UpViral dashboard itself. Pardon me. But I did do an entire episode on 7 or 8 different ways you could use UpViral. And we're going to be discussing a lot more of those, Mark and I, as we do Copilot shows moving forward. If you also go back to last week's show, or was it the week before? It's all a blur. There are so many shows. Mark did a show on doing a rewards program, and I was the what do you call him, sidekick on that one, because Mark was leading the whole thing. And so there are all kinds. You could do webinars, you can do viral launches, you can do product launch formula style, if you know what that is, from Jeff Walker. You can do lead magnet giveaways. I am going through my own website, by the way, and I am building campaigns for everything that I offer. Instead of using traditional landing pages and signups and stuff, I'm going back and I'm building everything through UpViral, because what I want to do is prove to all y'all that UpViral can do a ton of stuff. And all of the campaigns that I am building are hosted campaigns. I'm not using, like Mark demonstrates in the reward show about using ClickFunnels and connecting the widget and all that kind of stuff. I'm doing all mine purely inside of UpViral. And so I have another tool called Convertry. I don't know if you ever heard of that. It's kind of like ClickFunnels, but blah, blah, blah. And I've used it periodically to build some landing pages for stuff. And it's costing me $37 a month. I want to get rid of that cost. I don't need those pages to be over there anymore. I really just need to build them inside of UpViral. The more I learn about UpViral and how people can grow their list, the more we can do. You can do challenges. You can do, Jeff's asked the question about a campaign for a life coach. We'll talk about that. But Kathy, there are, and I'm sorry, in case you haven't heard, I have 4 cats in this house, and I'm constantly, I think, hair all over me, and I feel like I itch. Whole other story. But Kathy, hopefully that answers your question. Stick around, keep coming back to the Copilot shows, because we're going to talk about all of those different kind of things. In fact, on one of the episodes way back at the beginning, we built an entire campaign based on the request from Lillian, and I can show you that briefly if we have time, where I built the campaign, and she is a coach, Jeff, and we built the campaign for her, giving away a lead magnet that leads into, down the road, people signing up for her coaching program. So I'm going to jump right into that question, and hopefully my camera focuses. Thank you, camera. Can you run a campaign for a life coach? Jeff asks. The answer is yes. There's the short answer. Let's move on to the next question. Now, the big question here, people ask this all the time. Let's say Jeff just wants to, he's trying to figure out what he can do for his offer. And again, when you're creating an offer for these things, you want to make it enticing. You want to make it exciting. You want to make people really want to sign up. I have a book over on my shelf back there for Tony Robbins. Why my brain suddenly didn't come up with his name. If you were Tony Robbins, Jeff, and you said, I'm going to give away an hour of my time, Tony Robbins, everybody would freaking sign up for that, right? Unfortunately, Jeff, I suspect that very few people know who you are. You don't have name recognition, and you might have some in your niche, but I suspect you probably don't. So what you need to do is to come up with an offer that appeals to people, because let's just picture it, right? You go to a contest landing page and it says, win an hour of Jeff's time. It's worth $5,000 because Jeff's the most amazing coach. But if nobody knows who Jeff is and why Jeff is offering this, you're going to get snoozes, right? Crickets. You're not going to get a whole lot of people signing up. So what you need to do is you need to create an offer that resolves people's pain points. I use Ken. Ken's a friend of mine. He's a procrastination coach. He teaches people how to stop procrastinating. When he created his first campaign, before he talked to me, he offered his 3-hour coaching program, $3,200 value, blah, 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 and he got crickets. We managed to get him some leads, but it wasn't the kind of stuff that he was after. I said, look, you need to go back and rethink the offer. Go think about something that you could give people if you're going to do a giveaway that isn't your coaching, but will attract people. And a simple idea that he came up with was Pomodoro timers, or, the timers where you can set time limits for yourself to be able to accomplish something. I can't tell you that was a massively successful campaign, but the idea was right on his path, right? Get people who are interested in solving the problem of managing their time by offering them a solution. The solution was the timer. And he also offered some other stuff, but I say that one because it's fairly obvious to most people. They get the analogy. So when you're creating a campaign, you got to find a way to appeal to the resolution of their pain points. That's what they're after. They want a solution for their pain. Hopefully that makes sense. Rob's here. Hi, Rob. Are you going to talk more about using UpViral for sign up and email list, other creative ways to use it? Well, maybe you heard me talking about that stuff. I did not scroll up at the time. Andrea says, love the Pomodoro timer. Jeff says, actually, the coach, a well-known coach, is a client of mine that I'm going to work for. They have free ebooks, videos, etc., with a lot of stuff they could give away. Yes, there you go. Now you're on the path. One of the other opportunities that I'm going to be talking about a lot coming down the road is that potentially what you could do, especially for somebody that's like a coach, also really hot right now, is a challenge. Do a challenge, a 5-day, 10-day challenge to get people to know, like, and trust the client that you're going to be working with, Jeff. Maybe maybe he's got the name recognition somewhat already, but that still doesn't mean that it wouldn't be a good idea to get people to understand what solutions they could get from the coach by doing a challenge. A challenge builds trust when you run that. Ronald asked a question about a different tool. I'm sorry, this is sponsored by UpViral. I'm not going to talk about different tools. No offense to the other tools. Why am I here, by the way? I do not work. I am not an employee of UpViral. Don't know if that's been ever really totally been made clear. I am compensated for doing the show because I am offering my time, but I am here not because they're paying me, but because I, over the last 4 years, have chosen UpViral based on usage. I have used other tools. I have brought in over 257,000 leads for my clients and students and people. If you go look at the case study I mentioned earlier, I'm over 250,000 counted leads. I got a lot more in other clients' accounts, etc. But I can't add them because they're not in my account. I'm not trying to brag here. What I'm trying to tell you is that UpViral works. I'm here because UpViral is the best tool on the market. So I'm not going to talk to you about other tools. You can try them if you want. I've had students use other tools, And they always come back to UpViral. I'm backing up, trying to read backwards. All right, so Rob asked the question, are you going to talk more about UpViral for sign-up? We can do that. I kind of want to answer questions. Today's Q&A day, and I got a whole bunch of questions queued up. I am doing the viral launch. Despite my great respect for Wilco, I think the videos are too lengthy for a cold audience. I think the videos he proposes are too lengthy for a cold audience. I'm Steve Thailand. I'm not sure what you mean. Are you talking about his videos in the viral launch? Most of those training videos are fairly short. They're under 8 minutes, I think, most of them. But you're talking about doing a video on your landing page. Here's my gut reaction from the testing that I've done. People don't watch videos on contest landing pages. If you're doing a lead magnet, that's a totally different story. But if you were doing a contest, the vast majority of campaigns where I've tested running a video, people don't watch them. Which may be contrary to what Wilco says. I don't remember exactly what he says in terms of talking about the videos. I've been through the course myself. And I am doing Q&A for that, by the way, on Thursday. If you want to ask me more questions about that, let me know. Bob, I just started putting together a restaurant gift card giveaway to build an email list of local foodies to help local restaurants reach out. Best way to start or a case study. Now, one of the things I wanted to mention to Jeff and to you, Bob, and anybody else that's here, and I'm saying this a lot more recently than I ever have before. Start small. If you've never run a contest, don't try to build all the bells and whistles that UpViral has in it. Start small. Start basic. Start quickly. Get a campaign up and running and learn from the process of doing that. Don't try to build the ultimate giveaway with 24 different UpViral campaigns running simultaneously. You can do it, but you're going to wrap yourself so far around an axle. Start small. Do a restaurant giveaway card. A restaurant gift card giveaway. Absolutely. Local businesses are absolutely prime, especially right now, to build their email list. One of my members came to me and said he wanted to cancel his membership. And I said, the reason he wanted to cancel is because he's doing local business giveaways. And he said, they don't want to do list building right now. And I said, I'm sorry to contradict you, but this is the absolutely perfect time for local businesses to be building their list. They got people sitting at home, theoretically, depending upon where you are and what your lockdown status is. You got people dying to know more about what's going on in the world. They're on the internet. If you can give them something exciting to get onto an email list, and then those local businesses can nurture. They can nurture their email list. Say local business, local restaurant. Email they send out today. Hey, we've got this dish called the pink pumpkin. We make it locally from vendors, and we're going to tell you over the next week about the vendors where we buy our supplies. We're not telling you to go buy their stuff. We just want to educate you about where we get our foods, right? Next week, you talk about ways to use their food in, I don't know, as leftovers. Send people emails and educate them along with trying to sell to them, to say, hey, we have delivery. By the way, you're hungry now. Oh, by the way, we're running another contest. You guys loved the last contest. How about you? We're going to give away another dinner for two at, blah, blah, blah. We're going to do limo service. And I know you're stuck inside, but we're going to limo you to the park where you can sit and enjoy your meal peacefully, separated from everybody else. All kinds of different things that you can think of to get people excited about being on your list. This is the perfect time to be building your list. So many local businesses are not building their list, and it drives me crazy. Can you tell? This is the perfect time to be doing it. Be creative with your clients. So that's Bob. Hopefully that helps, Bob. Do I have a menu where you can see your campaigns that you are putting together? I am going to be helping UpViral build some campaigns. Yes. I am not supposed to be promoting myself here. It's not about me. It's about UpViral. Poke around and you can find them. How's that? Oh, I did that one. Pomodoro. So I'm finally getting up to the top. Let's go back to the top and I'll scroll down. Is there a terms and conditions template you can point me to? That's a great question. And I'm laughing because there is another tool that does have a template out on the planet, and I can't think of what it is right now. If you're in the viral challenge, you will also get a template. Wilco has stayed away from that kind of thing for the vast majority of stuff because there are so many laws, different laws on the planet in terms of doing terms and conditions and rules and all that kind of stuff. So it can get kind of messy if you're really trying to be dotting your T's and crossing your I's, right? I said that backwards on purpose. Ronald asked the question. Well, let me go to Fabian. I'm going backwards down, so I'm going to get lost if I don't keep track. Fabian, hi, would you throw me any ideas on what kind of challenge, prize, contest I could use to promote my organic food products? This is, we've talked about this before, Fabian, and I know not everybody's watched every show. I know it's shocking, but it's true. One of my biggest pieces of advice to anybody that is getting ready to run a campaign, regardless of what kind of campaign, whether it's just a lead magnet or a contest or a rewards program, take an hour. And I'm serious about taking an hour. You could take 2, it would be even better. And do 2 things. Number 1, define your avatar. And in the Viral Challenge, if you're in the Viral Challenge program, we're going to do that this week. Define your avatar. Think really deeply about who your target customer is. Write it down. The second thing I want you to do, and this is more important, it is equally as important, I'll say it that way, equally as important as defining your avatar is to sit down and make a list of every freaking thing you could possibly think of to give somebody as an incentive that is in your niche. Think about, and so many people say, stop right there, Mitch, stop, hold up. I don't have a product yet. I can't run a contest or a giveaway or anything because I don't have a product. I have buzzer sounds, but I'm not going to go there. There are thousands upon thousands of products out there that you could give away. So we're talking about organic food. Let's suppose Fabian doesn't have any organic food that he sells yet. Maybe he's going down that path. Maybe he's creating a store. But there's another retailer that starts with an A and ends with an N and has an arrow in their logo. Well, that's FedEx. Amazon, that you could buy products from and ship it to the user. And I don't mean buy it and ship it to your house and then ship it to the user. I mean, you're going to run let's say you've got cutting boards. We were talking about cutting boards before, right? Just to tie these things together. So let's suppose there's a really clean organic bamboo cutting board that never gets any germs. It's microbiotic and blah, 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 blah. And it would really appeal to your niche, right? It's not organic food specifically, but I'm using this as an example that it's in the neighborhood. Do a giveaway. Say 5 lucky winners are going to win this cool bamboo, organic, microbiotic, blah, blah, blah giveaway cutting board. We're going to ship it directly to your house when you win. And yes, Bob, it is indirectly drop shipping, right? But my point being that you don't have to physically have the product in your hands. Let's suppose that Fabian knows a chef that has got some recipes that are electronic that everybody would love to have, that are organic food related. Give it away. Set up a contest. Use that as an incentive, as another option. My point being, think about not only stuff that you have, that you directly control, but things that you could buy, things that you could transfer to somebody, somebody's affiliate product, somebody else's Amazon product. Maybe it's your competition. Do you care? Depends, obviously. But maybe they have the perfect product to get your people excited, and then you convert them in your email list later. There are all kinds of ways, but if you sit and think about it, think about checklists and lead magnets and all the different kinds of things. Put your brain into gear, and even if it's hard to deliver, write it down, because what that's going to do is it's going to spark something else in your head. Brainstorm with your perfect avatar. Call them up and go, hey, Betty Lou, I'm thinking about doing a giveaway for my organic food products. What would you really, 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 really lust for to win? Okay? Talk to your people. Find out what they want that maybe you haven't thought of yet. Steve Thailand. I haven't even gotten to the questions that people sent in yet. You guys are asking great questions. Kudos to you. Steve Thailand, do people trust these giveaways? Absolutely. When they are done right. My friend Rob, where's Rob? He asked the question earlier. Did I ever answer Rob's question? Rob Herget. I did kind of answer it. I use Rob's thing as an example. Let me give you is it all right, Rob, if I use this? I'm gonna go to my examples. That's not it. I have not used these examples recently. And so what I'm doing is I'm going to my Stream Deck, which you can't see, and I have a whole bunch of stuff saved. And maybe I shouldn't try to. Oh, here it is. So this is an example that Rob did. Win a 5-night stay in Hawaii, your choice of island. I'm ready to win. When Rob asked in the UpViral group, hey, what do you guys think of this? Everybody jumped up and down and goes, that feels a little scammy. That's not enough information. Now is the wrong time to be doing that. And Rob took some advice. He took my advice. He took some of my free stuff that I give away. And he built this as a campaign after. Enter to win 5-night stay in Hawaii. Choose which island. Worth up to $2,000. Something special to look forward to. You have 24 months to travel. Dreaming of a vacation in Hawaii. Now this feels a lot less spammy. This feels a lot more trustworthy. He's giving information, and the page went on and on and on, right? Rob did an awesome job of taking everybody's feedback and going, oh, well, I see what they mean. Now, what he did was he just used the initial page was just kind of like filling in the boxes in the UpViral template, right? The UpViral template didn't scream, hey, here's how to make this feel like a very trustworthy campaign. I love all y'all asking these questions, by the way. Thank you. And it's some of the people sending in questions, I'm sorry, I'm probably not going to get to it because all y'all here are asking great questions, and I want to reward you for being here by answering them. Steve says, so many scams online, I can't even get people in my industry to engage with my Facebook page as my business is a new concept. Yes. You have to build trust. And it takes time. And you have to think about what you're doing in terms of building trust. You can't just throw something out there that doesn't feel good. You're absolutely right. There are a lot of scams out there. And that's true in any industry. I'll give you another example. My friend Chris is in the adult coloring book business. And I mean just people who like to color, like paint by numbers with markers, though. He spent 6 months in Facebook groups building his reputation, talking to people, answering questions, building trust, becoming a local expert in the Facebook groups. He ran a campaign for $300 paint by numbers, adult coloring book set kind of kit thing, blah, blah, blah. It's all provided to you. He got 100,000 leads because he made the time to build the trust. Absolutely, you can do this. In terms of Ronald's question, what's the number one secret to make cold leads warm? That's why I went to Steve's question first. Trust. You got to get people to trust you. You got to give them the incentive to sign up that will bring in the highly targeted people. You don't just give away a $50 Amazon gift card. You don't give away an iPhone. You don't give away something that doesn't apply to your business. You can always borrow some trust, right? I'll give you a quick example, and it's not the perfect example, but it's what I can come up with off the top of my head. Earlier, I talked about Tony Robbins, whose book is over here. Let's suppose that you're a coach and you need to build some trust. You need to build some internet stuff. You need to get people to know, like, and trust you. Guess what? People trust Tony Robbins. Some people don't, but that's a whole other topic. Give away Tony Robbins books, training programs, or something. And this isn't just a bad example, but I think you get the idea that you are kind of going, well, this guy has massive trust. I'm just like him. And so you're borrowing a little bit of trust from somebody else. Think about other people that you could borrow trust from. Put it down on that list I was talking about before. Peter says, what was Rob's core business? I don't know. Rob's in travel, the one that I showed, the travel business. That's what he's let's see, let's back up. So that's cold leads. Megan asked, you said to start simple for our first campaign. Which is the best route for a first campaign? A contest with one prize or several rewards and incentives? So here's one thing that you could do, Megan, and I don't know your industry or whatever it is, what your niche is. Build a campaign for a lead magnet. Say it's an ebook. Say it's a $49 training course. The key for UpViral is it's a two-step process, right? You can set up a lead magnet that simply on the second page says, thank you, here's your lead magnet. And people go, oh, right? They may get excited, don't get me wrong. But on the value of UpViral is that on that second page, you give them incentive to share, right? So one of the things that I've built is a lead magnet. Very cool thing. And on the second page, I offer, hey, I got a training program that goes with that retails for $47. If you get one person to sign up, I'll give you the $47 offer for free. 2 people, whatever, some number of people. Don't make it too hard. It's just very simple campaign. Lead magnet, offer. Oh, by the way, if you don't want to wait, here's the link to go buy it in my store, $47. You can have it right now. One thing, it's a lead magnet. It's not a contest, so I didn't have to think about that. Already had the lead magnet built, already had the training program built. All I had to do was put the 2 pages together inside of UpViral to make that happen. Craft my emails that go out and all that kind of stuff. So now I have a campaign that's up and running. All I have to do is hit the clone button inside the dashboard, create another one. Now all I have to do is promote that. Leads start coming in. Now you're starting to go, okay, I get it. I understand the process. I know how to do this. I'm going to do a giveaway. Maybe I'm going to give away 1, 2, or 3 products. Right? It doesn't have to be hard. You can create a campaign in a day, kind of roughly put it. I did one for my members last week in 15 minutes, 17 minutes. It took me 17 minutes to build the first campaign. I know what I'm doing. I know how to do it really quickly. My point being that it's not hard once you know the tool. The hard part is getting familiar with the tool, understanding all the bits and pieces, tying everything together with your autoresponder and all that stuff. Once you have that down, it's just a matter of cloning it and building on it the next time. That's why I say start slowly. Do something easy-ish. Get that done. See how it works. Get people to come in. They'll test it for you. They'll tell you, oh, by the way, you didn't do this very well. Ronald asks, well, let me just go backwards. I'm going the wrong way. Dear Mitch, Thomas, is there a way we collect phone numbers by asking a prospect to text a message on a number where we can probe their time out? That's a long question. Collect phone numbers by asking the prospect to text a message on a number where we can program to collect their phone numbers because the text messages are opened instantly. So what you're trying to do is put the cart before the horse, Thomas. It's the way I read that. You can add a phone number to the UpViral lead form. So you ask for their name, their email, and their phone number. That gets stored in UpViral. You send that to your autoresponder. Or maybe Zapier, there's a way that you would connect it to your SMS service. Then you send them a text message. Hey, congratulations for entering, whether it's contest, lead magnet, whatever. You're now registered. Okay, the way I read what you said, Thomas, is that you're thinking about the SMS. You tell them to SMS this message, and then they become in the program, in the UpViral campaign. It's backwards. Get them in the campaign, then start sending them text messages. And yes, you can text message the kajibers out of them until they say stop. Right? So yes, absolutely you can do that. And you can build that in custom actions too if you want inside of UpViral. Steve, for a membership site, how effective are discounts or free memberships? It depends upon your niche and how well you sell. This is still sort of a selling process. You still have to get people to understand what your offer is. You have to make it exciting enough for them to sign up. Can you offer a membership as a prize? Absolutely. I had one client who gave 6 months of her product away to a winner. Worked really well. I didn't think it was going to work so great, but it worked really well. We got 7,800 leads for her in a 3-week campaign on about $300, $400 in ad spend. Ronald, how do you make money from all those leads? Isn't that the $1 million question? You make money from those leads in your email list. Did you know that emails outsell Facebook 40 to 1? Do you guys know these statistics? I know I haven't necessarily pitched these statistics to you here. I'll give you 10 seconds. What is an email list worth? That's not what I wanted. Sorry. It's not, the button's not working right. That didn't come up with what I wanted at all. All right, never mind. Sorry, that's not going to work either. This one. So an email is worth $1 per person per month. That's what the marketing industry tells you. That's just, thank you, go away. $1 per person per month. You get 1,000 people on your email list. I'm just giving you a somewhat big number to make it easy. $1 per person, if you get 1,000 emails, that's $12,000 a year in revenue, according to the industry standard rates. And that's if you just add 1,000 people today. That's in the next year, you'll make $12,000. If you continue to add highly targeted leads, every month you add another 1,000 people. That's $72,000 in your first 13 months. Richard, email list outsells Facebook 40 to 1. Yes, that's absolutely correct. Statistics have been posted all over the web that email outsells Facebook, social media, Twitter, all those things 40 to 1. You should be building your email list. Steve says 144K. I don't know what that means. $1 per month. So now I have to go backwards. How do you make money from all those leads? You nurture them and you sell them in your email list. That's the simple answer. I have 11 minutes. Deborah says, Ronald, begin with the end in mind. So if you begin with what you have to sell, build a campaign to put that in front of people, your target market, who would want or need that, and give them the value in the lead magnet campaign. Yes, Deborah, absolutely. That's end in mind, is to sell them something. It's the whole reason you're in business, right? Whether it's your service or your product or whatever, you want to serve people by getting them to buy something from you. That's the end goal. UpViral is a lead generation tool. It's not a sales tool. You can do some stuff with sales, and you've seen plenty of case studies for that. We will go over that more and more if you stick with us on the Copilot show. Megan says, so if I understand correctly, I could basically make an ad promoting my webinar. Then when people sign up for the webinar, offer an incentive for sharing. Yes, Megan, absolutely. Now, here's the key. Let's suppose that this incentive is an extra 30-minute class, or maybe you have it already recorded. And so if they bring 2 people to the campaign, we can't check that they signed into the webinar, but we can see that they signed into the campaign so that they're on your email list. So if you bring 2 people, sign up for this email list to sign up for the webinar, then we're going to give you this bonus. Absolutely. UpViral is really great for delivering that stuff. And if it's something that doesn't cost you anything, they are helping you build your list. Let's suppose you get 1 person. Let's suppose for every person that registers, they get 1 person to sign up. Now, that's not always easy, but it can happen. So if you get 100 people to sign up and they all bring another person, that's 200 people. You've doubled your audience if you can make that happen. I have seen campaigns that brought 3 and 4 people. Has to be a freaking good offer to make that happen. So let's see. I did that. Thomas says, thank you. You're welcome. How to warm up a new email sender. You start by sending emails. You make conversational emails, by the way. You do not send people, hey, God, you're on my list now. Buy this $2,000 thing, $500 thing, $1 thing. You don't sell them until they know, like, and trust you. Clive says, I agree on the value of an email list per person. Thank you. How to become a Majillionaire? Ronald wants to know. You just do this simple process. Come by my 5-step process on how to win at contests. We're telling you all this stuff right here in the Copilot Show. Show up every week. Write down some nuggets that you gather from the show. Implement them. Don't just put them in your notebook and put them away on the side. Implement them. You're going to hear that a lot from me. You're going to hear that a lot from Mark. We want you to use the tool. And it's not, I mean, obviously, we want to serve you by selling you UpViral service and keep you on as a member. I don't get any money out of that, but that's what we want. I want you to be successful in your business. And I'm trying to show you here and everywhere else that UpViral can help you grow your business so much faster than traditional tools. You just have to learn. If you go over to learn Facebook ads, what happens when you run your first Facebook ad? Do you make $10,000 on it? Somebody tell me. The answer is no. You have to learn how to do Facebook ads. There are course after course after course to get you to learn how to do Facebook ads. Please don't assume that your first campaign in UpViral, even though UpViral rocks, is going to be this freaking 100,000 person sign up list. Home run. It's not going to happen. Alejandro asks, when you get these emails, are they automatically seen by Facebook or Google? No. You are taking people that sign up for your campaign and putting them in your email autoresponder. You then nurture your emails. You nurture your potential clients, your target avatar people in your emails. You send them value, 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 then a sales email. Value, 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 sales email. How do they pay you? They buy your stuff. You are going to sell to them in your email list, but you're not going to do it on your first 3 or 4 or whatever. There are also entire courses on how to nurture your email lists. They're all over the place. Nathan asks, and Linda, bless your heart, take action. Thank you. Thank you for saying that, because that's what I want you to take away. If you take away nothing from this, take action is it. Oh, gosh, I only got 5 minutes. And I haven't even touched the questions people asked. I'm so sorry. Have you combined a quiz with UpViral? Yes, absolutely. How did it go? Great. I did it for a client. Can you share the details on your offer, what you did with the quiz answers? So the client, we use Typeform basically as the front end. And this question was asked before. And I have a post on my blog that I'll give you the link after. When this gets posted in the UpViral group, I'll attach a link because Mark said it was okay to send you to the article that I wrote up on how to add something like Typeform, which is either, there are all kinds of quiz tools. It's not the simplest solution, but it was a survey on the front end and UpViral share page on the back end. So they came in, they answered questions, and then when they were finished with that, they were offered the sharing. And again, if they brought people into the campaign, the client gave them T-shirts and stuff because it was a local business. They had to come in to get the T-shirt, right? So that was the bonus. They didn't have to they weren't shipping the T-shirts or whatever. But they brought new people into the process, and the survey asked them data about their health because he was a health doctor. Thomas asks, I have a client that who sells used cars and semi-new cars and want to create a campaign for him. Whew, that's going to be tough. Not too many people are, unless you're giving away a car, Maybe you can do floorboards or detailing for your cleaning of the car. The thing about and maybe it's a service issue. Maybe they want people to come in and use their service bays, right? So they're all kind of the thing about the car dealer is that people only buy a car once every 2-3 years or whatever. So you don't have a whole lot of repeat business there, and so there are certainly some questions. I'm not saying it can't be done, but it is a little bit of a challenge. Nicole, my number one takeaway is take action and start with a very simple campaign. Thanks, Mitch. I needed that. You are welcome, Nicole. Thank you for being here. And if you're the only one who takes action, then I've done my job for the day. But I want everybody else to take action. It's not hard. If you haven't done an UpViral campaign, it's 2 pages, a lead page and a sharing page. You do not have to give away a $10,000 prize to run a campaign. You just don't. You can make it very simple, especially if you start with something like a lead magnet with a little training bump or whatever on the sharing page to get people to share. It's all about learning the process. Dude, please don't try to build this 24 campaign cutting board example that the guy in Germany did. Bless his heart, he knows what he's doing. And many of the case studies you're going to read that we talk about are people that have done this time and time again, and now they're having the success. Gabe Schillinger that Mark talks about all the time. 4th year, he brought in 40,000 leads and $200,000 in sales, but it took him 4 years to get there. The thing I like to say is this phrase, you've probably heard it before. This is a marathon. This is not a sprint. You're not going to win a sprint here. Do a campaign this month. Watch how it works. Learn the statistics. Learn the reports. Do a campaign next month. Add a feature to it. Do a campaign the following month. Start slowly. Learn how the tool works, and you will be successful. I can't guarantee it, but that's pretty much. Peter, does Connectio help for building lists? Connectio is for Facebook ads. Linda says, can you use Typeform or Google Forms? Yes, I have an example where I use Typeform. Google Forms, I don't know why not. Well, I do know why not. The issue here is the referral side of it. And when I post the link for the Typeform thing, you'll see the key here, and I have to be cautious and careful about this. It's really easy to use something like Typeform on the front end leading into UpViral. What people forget to do is the referral side of it, okay? And because UpViral added the referral stuff, and I'm getting too far into it, you have to be able to handle the referral URL and give people points when they refer somebody else. And I could go into that for a 20-minute conversation, and I don't have time to do it right now because we like to keep these shows at an hour. But in that example, I talk about that. You have to be able to have a tool. I know Typeform does it. It does it not in the free version, but in the paid version. I don't think Google Forms does it because you're not passing in the referral data. And that's the concern that I have about something like Google Forms. Linda says she's going to be right along with Nicole taking action. Thank you. And next week, tell me what you did. If you could tell me what you're doing, that floats my boat. This is what I live for, is to see results. When people say, hey, Mitch, like you go back to the Rob example. Rob had the campaign and he took action, and now I'm using it as an example because it worked. It was awesome. You saw the transformation there. I want to see you guys' results. Nathan asked, did the quiz give an assessment to the quiz offer, or is merely to collect data? In his case, it was just collecting data. If you have some kind of a quiz tool that does all the things that I need it to do, then you could offer them. Deborah's giving answers to Thomas. Offer a free oil change, tires, detail service, car wash. Thank you. Maybe you should look cross-sell the campaign with an ancillary service provider. I'm ringing the bell on that one. Deborah Lloyd wins the prize. I haven't talked about it today, but you can certainly bring on partners. You can get other people to work with you in a campaign. Ronald says in big bold letters with separate spaces, thank you, Mitch. You are the best. You are welcome. Thank you, Ronald, for saying that. Steve says $1 per person value is the aggregate, as the government newsroom repeats endlessly about COVID stats. No one lives in the aggregate. That's true. Your results may vary, or your mileage may vary. UpViral is the start of a longer journey. Yes, that's exactly what I want you to do. Clive says test, improve, repeat. I'm going to ring the bell for Steve. Clive. Sorry, Clive. Absolutely true. Absolutely true. In Google Forms, Johan says you can pre-populate the URL with reference code. Okay, good. Referral code. I might have to test it out. Have you got one of those, Johan, that works? Have you tried this? Thomas says, thank you very much for the help. Jen asks, totally messed up the call with Speak for replay. It will be in the UpViral group this evening when our teammate posts it. It will be in your dashboard, and it will be on the YouTube channel for UpViral. Yes, absolutely. Deborah says, thanks, Mitch. Your show inspires me. That's the whole point. That's exactly the whole point. Nathan says, Deborah, great idea for the cross-sell. That's why I rang the bell. Are there cases where you can post who were a success? Nathan Ronald asks. It's called the case studies. All of those people were successes. Case studies are awesome. I have some of my own case studies, but go to UpViral's case studies because that's what they want you to do. Nathan says, great show, Mitch, with 4 bangs. Thank you very much. I use pre-populate with other forms sending. Okay. Johan, I'd like to talk to you about that. Let's have a conversation if you don't mind. All right. We are a couple of minutes over. I want to thank all y'all for showing up today. I'm sorry that I didn't get to any of those questions that I prepared. Sometimes these shows just go by really fast, and all y'all ask great questions. If I missed one, I apologize. You guys, if you've ever seen me do a Q&A show that isn't part of the Copilot show, I can go for 2 hours or 3 hours. My members are used to hearing me go when I answer these things. So if I didn't get to your answer, I apologize. I do appreciate each and every one of you showing up. And if you have friends that are using our business owners and they want to grow their business and they're telling you that COVID is killing their business, give them a link to the show later and say, hey, you ought to be building your business right now. This is the perfect time to be list building. And if you, I walked into a restaurant. This wasn't this year, but it was last year. And the owner was at the cash register. And he had a conversation with the gentleman in front of me before I paid. And I just happened to say, hey, do you have an email list? I'd like to be on your email list. He says, no, we've never been, we don't do emails. So I don't know why I would do that. And I went, you want people to keep coming back to your restaurant, but you're not even getting people's email addresses and emailing them to remind them? Local businesses need an email list, and they need to remind people about how great they are. Deborah says, great show, great ideas, and definitely a great community. Thank you, Mitch, and all. And I do appreciate all the comments like Deborah did. Great results there. All right. We will see all y'all next week. Same time, same bat channel. I don't know what Mark says to close out the show, but that's his thing. And I do appreciate all of y'all. So we will see you next week right here. And someday I'll get to all those other questions that are over there. All right. Take care. See you soon.